Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's the big game. It's Chelsea versus Man City. It's the big game of the weekend, and we have a new studio here as well. I hope you're liking it. You like the design and everything. We have the treble winners design, and we have Sergio Aguero, the iconic moment, the iconic treble winners. Two of the moments that are sort of the iconic moments in Premier League history as well. Good to see Kevin De Bruyne starting and he's been named the captain as well. This is absolutely blockbuster. This is very interesting because a lot of people thought that this will be the game where Pep Guardiola will sort of phase Kevin De Bruyne out a bit and then bring Phil Foden in a bit and stuff. But it's just anything like that. It's just anything like that. It's almost like Pep Guardiola has told Kevin De Bruyne, "You have had a disappointing Euros. Well, this is your moment. You have not participated last season due to injury. This is your moment. Go on, take the Premier League by storm." And the formation for City is also very interesting. This reminds me of not exactly the same, but kind of Sterling, Sané, and Aguero thing where Sané on the left, Sterling on the right, and stuff. Kind of that thing. Doku on the left and Savinho on the right, which is very interesting. I thought I would maybe see Savinho on the left and Doku on the right. Gautam is here. Hey there, citizens. Hey Gautam, how are you doing? How do you like our new studio, Gautam? I hope you like it. I mean, City already with a big kick up the pitch and Sanchez collects it. There's a lot of confusion about who is the goalkeeper. Uh, there are six goalkeepers apparently which Chelsea have, and Sanchez is starting. Gotham says new season, new beginning, same target. Let's grind. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, Gotham. Gotham says it's great, brother. Really cool. Thank you, Gotham. Thank you. And all of this has been possible only because you got of the support of all you guys. And anyway, Gautam, now let me ask you this question before Rico and tried to cross it. So, Gautam, let me ask you this question. This season, would you take another Premier League or would you focus more on the Champions League? What do you think? What do you think you'd go for this season? Another Premier League, fifth in a row, or another Champions League? This Enzo Maresca guy, for a moment, I confused him with Pep Guardiola, to be honest. Kevin De Bruyne, high press, City are pressing in a 4-4-2, and he's hit the ball out of the park. Kandenya is here, a new avatar. Nice, bro. Thank you, Kandenya. Thanks a lot for the compliment. Again, like I mentioned, it's just because of the support of all of you guys that we're where we are. We are growing the channel bit by bit. So kudos to all of you guys as well. That's a great switch. The positions of Rico Lewis is extremely interesting for me. It's almost like Rico Lewis is playing next to Kovacic because Pep knows that last season I think both the games were draws. We just defeated Chelsea in the FA Cup where we should have lost. So counter attack has been a problem. And we have seen what Pep does when there's a problem. Tuchel gave him a problem and then we never lost to Tuchel in Chelsea afterwards. The next 1 or 2 years. KDB starting is a big plus for me. Kevin De Bruyne with the ball. That's a nice early ball, but Savinho just couldn't. It's actually Bernardo Silva just couldn't collect it. Uh, Manuel Akanji. Chelsea are just looking on the counter attack. They're on the edge, to be honest. Rico Lewis does well. It's a foul for City. Look at it. Chelsea are just looking at that one pass. And when you look at the Chelsea lineup, Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, two DMs, Enzo Fernandez, you could possibly say they're playing with three DMs. Enzo Fernandez is like a DM and a box to box. You can so you can just look at the intentions of Chelsea, to be honest. This is almost like when they would play under Tuchel, they would play Kante and Gallagher together. Gallagher would do the work of a DM or something. Savio is free there. Actually, Jeremy Doku is free. The ball from Jeremy Doku is not good. Jeremy needs to work on his final ball. Gautam says Premier League over UCL any day. It's consistency over luck always. Yes, it is there. It is there, Gautam. But what I meant was from the perspective of we have won four in a row, which has never been done before, but just one CL. So maybe I think the club could shift attention. That's a great ball. That's a great ball in, and that's excellent defending from Rico Lewis. This is one double from Rico Lewis. This is excellent defending from Rico Lewis and Nkunku. Nkunku 1v1. Very difficult to beat, and Rico Lewis got the tackle spot on. Excellent from Rico Lewis. Wonderful. Counting aces, Wise and Foden playing. I have him in my fantasy team. I actually thought continue and I was a bit surprised. I thought KDB will be phased out a little bit, and this is a promising attack for Chelsea. And that's a goal kick. That's a goal kick. Malo Gusto wants a corner, but it's a goal kick. Great decision, ref. I thought KDB will be phased out and Foden will come in, but KDB has been given the captain's armband. So that means Pep is looking at him over Pep is maybe looking to play more games than not this season. Where he plays Foden will be interesting. Might not be central, to be honest. Like I said, Rodri as a DM, you cannot play David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, those kind of midfielders together. Like Foden, De Bruyne together. Rodri is not Kevin De Bruyne. Sorry, Rodri is not Fernandinho. So Nick says, wow, Lewis, what a tackle from Lewis. Nick, what a tackle from Lewis. That is wonderful. Gautam says, by the way, Michael Owen has predicted we might struggle top 4 entry. He is just a lousy. He is just a lousy Liverpool and Man United fan. He's just a lousy Reds fan. Let's say this. He's just a lousy Reds fan. That's it. Even last season, he was telling he wants Arsenal to win the league. It's interesting, even Gary Neville said last season Arsenal will win the league. This season, Gary Neville is saying Arsenal will win the league. Gary Neville's ego has been hurt. That for the first time his prediction has gone wrong, because before last year, for the last 3 years, he's been predicting City win, and last year he's predicted Arsenal win, but that's not come true and his ego has been hurt. But what a tackle from Rico Lewis that is. Gautam says, however, if we win UCL this season instead of Premier League, I'll take it, because we have to win 5 more to equal Liverpool. And so-called these historical clubs like Arsenal, like Spurs, they have not had a single UCL, and we have more UCLs than them. And in what way? And we are almost equaling we are close to equaling the FA Cup thing against Arsenal. So almost in what way? Do you think we have less history than Arsenal? By the way, we won the FA Cup and the league title before Arsenal. We won the Champions European Cups Winner Cup before Arsenal. Savinho driving. That is a wonderful ball. Bernardo Silva there. Bernardo Silva, but that is a great piece of play. Look at Savinho there. Look at the pass from Savinho there. That is wonderful from Savinho there. I think Bernardo Silva should have just returned it back to Savinho. But Savinho is just being superb here. Savinho is just being wonderful. Yes, this is superb from Savinho. Adam says, I don't rate Spurs and Arsenal. That's a foul by Haaland on Enzo Fernandez, and the play goes through. Again, I'm suspecting Phil Foden will take the place of Jeremy Doku. I'm not telling here that Phil Foden will not play, but I think Phil Foden will take the place of Jeremy Doku. I think Jeremy Doku still is a bit more erratic in his game. Doesn't mean he doesn't have potential, because Vinicius Junior in his first 2 years, 3 years was extremely erratic for Real Madrid. Look at what he's become now. Jeremy Doku has everything except that final ball. That is an excellent tackle there. That is a wonderful tackle there from Josko Guardiola. That is a wonderful tackle there. He didn't tackle anyone, but that is what. What a tackle there to block the cross from Malo Gusto. It's counter-attacking football versus possession football. City have a problem here. Chelsea are looking supremely confident. Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez. It's like three people shielding. But City also have chances. This has the potential to be another blockbuster game. Blockbuster City Chelsea game, to be honest. Last season, two games, not the FA Cup one, but the other two PL games were just blockbuster City Chelsea games. Gautam says we need to sign a midfielder before the end. I think we might actually sign Gautam. What a ball that is from Josko Guardiola to find Jeremy Doku. If Kevin De Bruyne finds his range here, it will be wonderful to watch. Jeremy Doku does extremely well. Can he get a cross in? The referee is not giving a foul, but just look at Chelsea. Long balls, and that's it. Savinho does extremely well to fend off Cole Palmer. Savinho starts over Doku for me, just on the basis of what he's done in this 10 minutes. This is wonderful. Doku has to strike. Ha! Doku had to score there. What a ball that is to Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku literally had to score over there. Ah! Jeremy Doku had to score. Jeremy Doku had to score, guys. Jeremy Doku had to score. What a chance for Doku, to be honest. Rico Lewis. For me, Rico Lewis and Savinho have been the standout players. That's a foul. That's a foul. But the ref is not going to give a foul there. Cole Palmer. Savinho is back there defending. This is wonderful work from Savinho. But Oscar Bob Gotham is a real mess for me. Oscar Bob for me was starting this game over Jeremy Doku, to be honest. I think Savinho was starting, but Oscar Bob is starting. And also, I think about the midfielder, I think you could maybe see Bernardo Silva playing. This is wonderful there from Mateo Kovacic. He's playing as a DM and is just not looked off it. And look at Kevin De Bruyne's range over here. Jeremy Doku. Jeremy has to keep hold of the ball. Jeremy does extremely well. This is back to Sunny Sterling days. Xavi on the left and Raheem and Jeremy Doku on the right. Bernardo Silva now switches to right and Doku out wide. Rico Lewis. That's a foul and it's a free kick for Chelsea. Lewis is playing awesome. Gautam says Oscar Bob. Yes, Gautam, Oscar Bob. He probably, I think, has the best weak foot in the league. Just look at what is done with that right foot against United, his weaker foot, to cross it. For me, I think Oscar Bob. I think I would play Savinio and maybe Bob starts over Doku, to be honest. Just because Bob has a great right foot as well. And just because of that, I think Bob could have played on any wing. So it did not matter if Savio started, Doku started, Bob could play on any wing. But Chelsea again, and this is again wonderful there from Josko Guardiol. Both our fullbacks have been excellent. Both Guardiol and Rico Lewis, and Guardiol gives it away. That is wonderful defending there again from Ruben Diaz. City's defenders are on it. Look at Ruben Diaz over there. That's a foul. That's a foul on Ruben Diaz. He scored the neck of Ruben Diaz. That is a foul. And the referee's given it. I think with the midfielder, Gautam, I think Pepsi's Bernardo Silva more in a central role. So I think maybe we might not find that, we might not sign that midfielder. Bernardo to the central role. Bob will be back in 3-4 months, which means Pep thinks Bob could take the responsibility of Bernardo Silva out wide on the right. So I think that's the reason why we won't sign another midfielder. Bernardo Silva central. When Rodri comes back, I think you have options of Rodri, Kovacic, DM, and then Bernardo Silva as well in the center of the midfield. And maybe I think there are talks of Kevin De Bruyne as well, brought into a slightly deeper role, not DM, but maybe a box-to-box midfielder, something like that, and dictate play from deep. Benes is here. He says, hi, hey Benes, how are you doing? What do you think of the match, Benes? I just think we have had chances. Doku should have done well. Doku's had the best chances. Savinho, Bernardo Silva. That Bernardo's chance was huge as well. He should have done something better. For me, I think Rico Lewis and Savinho have impressed so much already in this first 15 minutes. Cucurella with the throw in. The role of Nunez will be interesting as well. So I think Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Matthews Nunez with Rodri. It means we have 5 midfielders who can play central, not DM but central midfield. So I think maybe Pep might not go that route of bringing someone in. Rico Lewis has gone there and lost the ball. Bad pass by Cucurella, to be honest. Bad pass by Cucurella. Edison. Gautam says Savinho and Doku switch flanks. Yes, Gautam, yes, they switch flanks. Savinho on the left and Doku on the right. I think it looks as if Pep wants to recreate what he did in that Centurion season. Sané, Sterling types. And maybe I think to make it possible, because Rodri is no Fernandinho, Rodri has his own unique attributes. I think what Pep will do is uh, he might maybe ask a Kyle Walker to actually invert in, or a Rico Lewis to invert in, which means you suddenly have two people centrally protecting the middle of the park, and which allows Doku and Foden to play like Silva and De Bruyne did with that freedom. I think that is the plan, to be honest, and that is what Rico Lewis is doing as well right now. He's sitting behind Kovacic. Actually, was surprised that we sold Jan Kuto, because Kuto also can do that, to be honest. But maybe Pep thought Rico Lewis trusted the process. He's been with us what now, 2 years, and he's just 17, then 19 now, I think. But just 2 years, but he's trusted the process. I think giving Kuto a chance over Lewis would not justify the trust Lewis put on Pep. So that's why I think Pep decided to. He needs to score! And City score! It's 1-0! Erling Haaland! Erling Haaland scores! For a moment I thought For a moment, I thought Erling Haaland messed it up. But no, this is the goal machine. This is the champion, Erling Haaland. Wow, what a goal from Erling Haaland. What a goal. Wasn't easy. The finish wasn't easy. Last season's Erling Haaland, especially last season, second half, Erling Haaland would have missed this. But no, this season's Erling Haaland, the sharpest form he's in, to be honest. I think it was a pass from Josko Guardiola, to be honest. I think it's a pass from Doku actually. Doku, Bernardo Silva missed it. And Erling Haaland, I think Gautam, like you said, yeah, this switch flanks, I just noticed now. The switch flanks. The finish is sublime. Just look at the finish. That is the finish of the best striker in the world. I think Bernardo Silva's onside, to be honest. I think Bernardo Silva's onside, to be honest, because the foot. Maybe this will be close. Maybe this will be close. I don't know now. I hope it's not given as offside. It will be cruel. This will be cruel. I mean, yes, it's onside. Woo! Erling Haaland's goal stands. It's onside. It's onside. Yes, it's onside. I don't know what Cucurella is asking. Maybe I think Cucurella wants to go into the war room. It's onside. Yes. Yeah, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Oh, I think Jeremy Doku looks so good on that left hand side, to be honest. And I think for Savio, I think right hand side will be better because I think he can ping those crosses in as well with his left foot. I think we switch flanks and there it is. That is high press from Kevin De Bruyne again already. Bernardo Silva, look at it. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Savio, everyone going into the press. Generally, you score a goal, you relax. But look at what City are doing. That is the hunger. It is that kind of hunger you require if you want to rule the jungle, if you want to be king of the forest. Jeremy Doku on this left flank is just looking unplayable. Kevin De Bruyne. Kovacic has to play in Savio. Rico Lewis. Yes, he's played in Savio. Savio does extremely well. Savio doesn't lose the ball like Doku. Let me tell you guys, he passes back, passes forward, but doesn't lose the ball. That is the maturity of this man, and he's just 20 years, I think 21 years old, that's it. Savio is just a world superstar. And poor Chelsea are trying to press Mateo Kovacic, knowing that even the god of football doesn't dare to press him. Look at Savio, they are going. For a moment I thought that was in. Kevin De Bruyne. Wow, King Kevin and Chelsea have a long standing relationship. Kevin De Bruyne, for a moment I thought the ball that was in. Gautam says bold prediction. This season will be a breakthrough season for Grealish and Nunez. Very interesting prediction, Gautam, and a very bold one as well. Because a lot of people just seem to underrate Matthews Nunez a lot, to be honest. And also Jack Grealish. I think Jack Grealish is hurt more than ever, I think, because he's been dropped from the Euros. He's probably fourth in the pecking order now if I consider Bob as well when everyone's fit. I think Bob is first, Doku is second, Savinho is third. Maybe that order could change, and Grealish is literally fourth or even fifth if you include Bernardo in that order. Mateo Kovacic, What a ball from Mateo Kovacic and Jeremy Doku. Just couldn't get there, but could have anticipated better. Doku just looks so good on this left hand side. Grealish and Nunez could be very interesting. And Matthews Nunez, I think box to box role, he could just run the midfield. But again, I'm just thinking of them. How could Matthews Nunez get into City's midfield when Rodri is back? Because Kovacic at the moment is just playing like a dream. Mateo Kovacic is playing like an absolute dream, to be honest. Erling Haaland, Cucurella, Rico Lewis, Erling Haaland again, Erling press. Sanchez will go long. It's gone short. Press. City will give you, so Chelsea will give you chances playing out from the back. But just don't over. The only thing is they haven't played out at all. It's again the ball is at the back and everyone from City is behind the ball. It's just that Chelsea have roamed about in a circle, roundabout, and come to the same place. Pep Guardiola is telling his wingers to stay high and wide. Nibbles is here. Actually, it's JSK here from a different account. Here JSK from a different account. New season, new account, huh? Anyway, JSK, how do you like the studio? How do you like the studio, JSK? And let us know your views on the match. It's a free kick for City. Jeremy Doku is just turned into an absolute monster on that left flank. Savinho looks comfortable on both the flanks, to be honest, I think. It's a free kick to City. Chelsea thought they had the ball. Jesus says, wanna try out the mouse, use the cat for too long. Got it, Jessica, got it. But what an assist that was for Doku there. Good assist and a fantastic finish. By Erling Haaland, Mateo Kovacic had given the ball away. Ah, City are just getting a bit sloppy. JSK says Nibbles is, sorry, JSK says studio is A+. Plus. Thank you, JSK. Thank you for it. New season, wanted to have a bit of a new look. And I just hope we go for the sextuple, the sixtuple, because we won the Community Shield this season. Let us just win everything this season. Just hope for that. JSK says end about match. Why Rico Lewis is playing? I think Kyle Walker has just returned back from training. Returned back to training 2-3 days ago. I think Rodri, Foden, and Kyle Walker have returned back late because all of them have played the Euros finals, right? So that's why Rico Lewis is playing. But Rico Lewis has been very good. Rico Lewis has been very good, I think. Chelsea with a bit of possession. Can we hit Chelsea on the break in these sort of situations? That's what that Sané Sterling Aguero combination was good at hitting opposition on the break, but Cucurella pounces on the loose ball and gives up possession. And City get the ball back. For a moment, I thought Bernardo Silva threaded it through to Erling Haaland. I just want to see Doku, Haaland, and Savinho run with the freedom of the pitch. How is How is Cucurella doing against Haaland? Haaland scored a goal. JSK, so you can know what he's doing. Nkunku to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto is playing the winger role and Cole Palmer's just coming in. Just don't give space to Cole Palmer even from that range. And Cole Palmer gives a Christmas gift to Edison. And City on the break. Kevin De Bruyne, that was a fantastic release there from Edison, De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku. Doku back to Kevin De Bruyne. Can he find Savinho? Savinho is the right pass. De Bruyne doesn't go. De Bruyne in his prime. In full mood, I must say, find Savinho there with that switch. De Bruyne thinks it's too much of a risk. Getting hit on the counter. Jeremy Doku against Malo Gusto. And now Kevin De Bruyne finds Savinho. Savinho Cucurella. What a ball that is from Savinho. What a ball that is from Savinho. I think Savinho also has a great right foot. Savinho has a great right foot, guys. Savinho has a fantastic right foot as well. It's interesting. We have two right wingers, two left-footed right wingers, whose weak foot is probably in the top three strongest foots in the league. I'm talking about Bob and Savinho, which means they can go both ways. I mean, dare I say this, but I think Savinho could be an upgrade on even Riyad Mahrez in certain aspects. I think I know it's stupid mental to compare right now, but Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne, Akanji goes back under the press. I probably think you add John Stones to this side, maybe in place of Akanji or Diaz, and suddenly I think Chelsea is just done because John Stones can play out of their press pretty easily. The pass from Guardiola was just a bit too heavy. Pep Guardiola with Juan Malilo, two partners in crime there. Gautam says a strong rumor is going around. Barca wants to offload Gundo. Yes, a lot of reliable sources have also told that Gautam Barca wants to let Gundogan go. And Gundogan is, they are looking for some interest from Saudi, but the news is Jose Mourinho at all costs want Gundogan at Fenerbahce. I always thought Gundogan had 2 or 3 more years left in him with us. We just messed up that contract thing. We should have done better there, but I think it will be good if Gundogan I think goes back under Jose Mourinho to Turkey, Fenerbahce, which is his hometown as well. I know he plays for Germany, but I think Turkey is where he's from originally. So I think will be a good move from Gundo. I don't want him to go to Saudi and then it's too good for the Saudi league to be honest. I think Gundogan if he comes to the Premier League, plays for a top six club. Enzo Fernandez wants a penalty, I think. Savinho does extremely well. Is this a penalty? I don't think there's much in it to be honest. It's outside the box anyway. I think it's anyway outside the box. Gautam says so we can go for him in place of Cancelo. Hey, it was outside the box. No, what we are is checking. Yeah, the check is complete. Barca has turned into this kind of a club, it's just that. No, Gundogan was probably the best player last season, apart from Yamal. And without Kundo, they were nothing last season. They couldn't have even got into the Champions League spots, and suddenly they want to offload him. They haven't paid Frankie de Jong his wages or something. I mean, deferred wages or something. Ronald Araujo is suffering from the same thing. Barca are a club which probably people should think twice or thrice before joining, actually, to be honest. That is well defended. City's defenders are putting in a right shift today. Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well. But the ball's just gone off him and Ederson Galaxic. What do you want to do with Cancelo? What do you want to do with Cancelo, Gotham? Would you take him in the team? That is the question here. Would you take him in the team if he doesn't get any club? Or do you send him to Rotterdam? Savinho does extremely well. Cucurella in the mud. The pass was right, but I think Kevin De Bruyne had too many blockers. City have to defend this. We cannot allow Chelsea to score a goal here. And it's offside. Nicholas Jackson with that finish. I think that's where they were trying to get his offside. Nicholas Jackson is clearly offside over there, to be honest. Nicholas Jackson's clearly offside. He's not in his own half as well when he's making the run. That's a clear offside. That's what Pep Guardiola is arguing. But if no one takes Cancelo, Pep will not allow him to rot in the second team, I think. I mean, in playing with the under 23s and all. So, so what do you do with Cancelo? It's a very interesting situation. Gotham is my favorite striker, Nico Jackson. He was offside anyway, but I don't know why the referee didn't blow the flag, and City are just making a wry mess of it, playing out from the back. Rico Lewis. Savinho does extremely well. Just look at Savinho there. Just look at Savinho, Gotham. Just look at Savinho go. Wow. This kid is brilliant. For a moment it seemed Riyad Mahrez was there. That's not a foul, but just look at Savinho go, guys. Savinho is he's just magical there. Jeremy Doku wins the ball back. What a save from Sanchez that is. That was found in the top corner. Jeremy Doku on the right wing suddenly. Sorry, on the left wing suddenly with the freedom to cut inside is just. That was central, I know, for a. Yeah, I think if the block was not there, I think it's 2-0 City. The ball was going into the top right corner, but the block sent it towards Sanchez. But the way Savinho dribbled over there, he took 2-3 players out of the game. It just seemed like seeing Riyad Mahrez, an incarnation of Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne. Set piece, and I think we should probably let Savinho take set pieces from both sides. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic does extremely well there, but Bernardo Silva has been well off it. To be honest, City's defending has been top notch. Savinho's defensive work, De Bruyne's shift, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva in the middle of the field. Savinho just doesn't lose the ball. He knows exactly. Bernardo Silva. Not the best game Bernardo Silva's having. be honest. We need to score the second, guys. Cole Palmer, Yasko, where is Yasko Guardiol? That's a good block. I think it's Rico Lewis with the block. Great block that is. Fantastic block that is from Rico Lewis. Again, it's the turnovers, but we have dealt with the turnovers pretty well. Sakanji actually, Enrico Lewis was there backing him up. Yes, Akanji with the block, Enrico Lewis is there backing him up. It's a corner, cannot concede of corners. That is very well done by Savinho. Just look at Savinho there on the counter. And Jeremy Doku, this is wonderful work. Bernardo Silva. Sanchez blocks it. Jeremy Doku. Kovacic. Doku again. I think there's a player down. It's Kevin De Bruyne who's down, to be honest. No, it's Savio. Savio who's down, but the counter attack from Savio was just, it was magic. Look at how Savio was playing, and Jeremy Doku over there. Ah, it's Kevin De Bruyne who was down, and that's a challenge there. It's a bad challenge from the Chelsea man to De Bruyne. Why is that? Always players from Chelsea look to injure Kevin De Bruyne. Savio is also down, but the best player of the match, Savio till now. What a debut he's having. Savio looks so good. Probably he's in the top five wingers in the league already, Savio. Easily, just based on the evidence of these 40-41 minutes. For me, he looks to be a combination of Riyad Mahrez and Leroy Sané. On some instance, you can see the directness of Leroy Sané in Savio. And then on some instance, you can see the trickery, the guile to go past players of Riyad Mahrez. And the patience to wait for the right moment, the patience to send the ball back. This is a player with Sané. And that is just such a great combination to have, combining both Mahrez and Sané in one. That is just superb, to be honest. City easily should have been 2-0 up. At least the De Bruyne chance, the Bernardo chance. Now the final Doku is messing up the final pass. Great performance from Xavi. I'm just sitting here and thinking, wow, what a performance from Xavi there. And the defense as well. They've just put a shift in. City are now trying to play out from the back. Manuel Akanji. I think you put John Stones into this system and suddenly it's just superb. Just looks superb. Edison, Jeremy Doku, Kevin De Bruyne, Rico Lewis. Ah, Chelsea are playing three DMs literally, and I think Lewis should have just passed it to Savinho and trusted his pace even more. Kovacic has lost it again under pressure. Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson scores, but he's offside. Nicholas Jackson's offside. Gautam, you can firmly say Nicholas Jackson, my best striker. Nicholas Jackson's offside. Yes, Nicholas Jackson's clearly offside. Nicholas Jackson's clearly offside. Clearly offside, Nicholas Jackson. For a moment, I thought it was 1-1. Gautam says, love you, Nico. Exactly. That's offside. They're checking, I know, but I think that is offside. I think. Or is it close? Are we missing something? Yes, it's offside. With this VAR, you just do not know. They even calculate half a degree, half a millimeter of change as well. If Nicholas Jackson had the shooting boots last season, he would have broken Erling Haaland's record of highest goals in a season. That is how many chances he had, but City have to be careful. Chelsea are, it's plus 5 minutes of added time, so the half's not over yet. Chelsea are creating chances here. Yes, City are defending well, but we need to be extremely careful and look to hit Chelsea on the break, to be honest. That one counter attack. Rico Lewis has done well. We've just been giving the ball up cheaply in the midfield, to be honest. That is something which Pep will definitely talk in at half time. Steam talk. Kovacic does extremely well. Kovacic does very well there. It's a free kick to City. Gautam says second half I would like to see Foden and maybe Walker will also come on Gautam, I think. But Foden in whose place? That is the question, Gautam. Foden in whose place? Foden in whose place is the question. You can't remove Savinho. Doku's been on fire. Maybe KDB, I think, but KDB would hate to go off such a big match. The question is, whose place do you bring Foden? You can't remove Bernardo because he's the one who's providing you that energy in the midfield, that legs, engine, and stuff. Gautam says Bernardo. Jeremy Docoen. Ah, good ball, good ball. And it's just that Bernardo is not having his shooting boots on today. Yasko Guardiol, Manuel Akanji, Matteo Kovacic, Yasko Guardiol again, Jeremy Doku. That's a foul on Jeremy Doku, I think. Give it. Anthony Tyler. They will look to find Cole Palmer. I think Doku has to go back and help Josko Guardiola there. That is very well done. The defending has been top notch. Enzo Fernandez is just diving, and appealing for a penalty. That time, it's nothing there. That is never a penalty there. Bernardo Silva gets back. I think can Foden do this kind of defensive work? That is the question, to be honest. Look at Bernardo Silva get back there. Enzo Fernandez is down. He's hurt his leg, I think. I don't know, but he's dived too much today. Enough of the acting, Enzo. Get up. That Enzo Maresca, literally, he looks like a miniature version of Pep. To be honest, you look at him, the bald head, just the right kind of beard, that look on his face. It just looks like, if I tell you his Pep Guardiola's twin brother, Enzo Maresca, you would not think I'm lying. Kazam says joke Enzo. This is second time I think, right? Enzo Fernandez is just glad we didn't get Enzo Fernandez. Gautam, I think 2 years back when signing Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, we were offered a deal, Enzo plus Alvarez for 50 million. But Tixiki Bagarestan worked hard, took out that combination and just signed Alvarez. I think City do their due diligence on players whenever City signed them. Chelsea are just classically playing today. Sit back, hit on the break. Jose Mourinho would be watching this and thinking, why didn't you appoint me as the coach with this team? I would have put you in the title race if you give me almost three CDMs and then three fast people like Pedro Neto and Raheem Sterling and stuff. Jeremy Doku just cannot get there. I think the 5 minutes is up. That is an excellent block there. That is wonderful defending from City. Ref, blow up now. Ref, blow up, blow up. I think it's 6 minutes added on almost. But the defending from City today has been top notch. Just throwing everything on the line. And that's half time. The referee's given 1 minute. Extra Erling Haaland claps everyone off, and City should have been 2-0 up at least, I think, for the performance. Defensively solid. The blocks from Rico Lewis, the block from Ruben Diaz, Akanji, Guardiola, all of the centre backs today made some kind of block or the other. Josko Guardiola early on from Malo Gusto across that would find Nicholas Jackson free. That was a great block from Josko Guardiola. Rico Lewis is just excellent for his size. You would not think he would put on such an excellent defensive display there. And the finish from Erling Haaland was skilled. It is it is the finish of one of the greatest strikers history will ever see. That is what that finish is like. Just lob the ball over Sanchez. And honestly, I think from the counter attack, Savinho should have uh, Doku should have played that pass a little bit more better. Kevin De Bruyne's shot I thought was going in, just didn't curl enough. Bernardo, the pass from Savio early on, Bernardo should have done well. Bayaji, Sierra Bayaji, how are you doing? And how do you like the studio, Bayaji? Just let us know. Bayaji says Doku very disappointing. Lots of missed final balls, especially when Haaland was open. I think Doku on the right flank was useless. Bayaji, Doku on the right flank was just useless. But Doku once he switched to the left flank, I think I think Doku was really direct and he was good. I think the final ball from Doku has always been a problem, and I think he's improving. It's a little bit better than last season, but it's improving. Yeah, I think Doku had couple of chances to find Haaland, but he didn't. But I thought when Doku switched to the left flank, I think Doku played well. Though Doku gave the ball away more. I mean, this again, it begs me the question: if Grealish was fit, would Pep Guardiola start Grealish over Jeremy Doku? Especially in a match where you have Nkunku, Jackson, and Cole Palmer looking to hit you on the break, and your opponent here Chelsea is playing with three CDMs: Romeo Lavia, Casido, and Enzo Fernandez. So do you think Pep Guardiola would have started Grealish there, someone who could keep the ball? I think in these kind of matches, Grealish and Savio for me look like just the perfect kind of setup, because Savio has lost the ball zero times. He's been under pressure from three people. He knows when to pass back. He knows when he took on three people successfully. There was an instance when three people surrounded him, but he chose to pass it. So I think for me, Grealish, Haaland, Savio, KDB or Foden, Bernardo, Kovacic, or when Rodri comes, Rodri, Kovacic, KDB or Foden, and you have your back four. I think that is the best setup. I think against these sort of counter-attacking teams. To be honest, I think Doku is a big liability here. Yes, Doku is direct. Yes, Doku takes on players, but Doku gives the ball away as well, right? All of you are up attacking, one turnover of possession, and Palmer's away, and Kunku's away. If Chelsea had a better striker than Nicholas Jackson, I think we are at least level. Chelsea are at least level. So I think it's a question of Doku over Grealish for me. I think not even Foden. I think I know many people have taken Jack Grealish has not done well. I have gone in on Jack Grealish and stuff, but for me, I think these kind of matches against Bayern in the Champions League 2 seasons back, quarterfinals, Real Madrid semi-finals. If you played Doku there, the turnover would have been there and you would have lost. So Jack Grealish, I think we're understanding the importance of Jack Grealish in situations like these. Suman says, very nice setup, sir. Thank you, Suman. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the compliment. Hope the first day of the new setup in City and and City do well in this match. Vaya just says, oh yeah, studio well furnished and classy, just like Pep Ball. Thanks a lot for the compliment, Bayaji. And again I'm repeating, all of this has been possible just because of the support all of you guys have shown for this channel. Support of all of you guys and all of the moments we have you know enjoyed together. So thanks a lot to you guys as well for the support. Roxels is here. He says Chelsea's form so far bad. There are a couple of things. Chelsea's form, I think Nicholas Jackson's form so far is bad. And also, I think this is, again, I think when I see managers, when I want to judge managers, I judge managers on how they set up, how much courage they have, how they set up against strong opponents. And Maraska today decided to go for, three DMs and stuff. If you want to become the next Pep or the next Klopp, you have to play your natural game, own game. You should not compromise on your principles. There is no way that if Pep Guardiola is given the City team and maybe Klopp was managing, sorry, if Pep Guardiola is given the Chelsea team and someone like a Klopp is managing the City team, a younger Pep Guardiola just coming in like Enzo Marseca into this Chelsea team would have set up in his own way, like would have set it up in his attacking way. But Enzo Maresca is setting up in a far defensive way. You have to have character and courage to become a top manager. And for me, I've seen that character in Klopp when Klopp came on. Not as much in Arteta as well, to be honest. I saw it in someone like Mauricio Pochettino. So I saw it in someone like who's the Bournemouth manager, Gary O'Neill. I think Gary O'Neill is the Wolves manager, Bournemouth manager, Eddie Howe. You need to have courage. That's when you become big. That's my one comment about Enzo Marseca, to be honest. Suman says, I think Grealish also will also be useless against Chelsea because we will have chances on counter, but Grealish slows things. But Suman Grealish holds the ball up, and then Grealish allows Haaland, KDB, Rico Lewis to make those runs into the box, and then Grealish crosses in. So suddenly, I think Chelsea will have to do a lot more defensive work, and Grealish will not lose the ball. That means City are conserving energy even more. That means City almost with Grealish, City okay useless on the counter, but I think City will almost know that they're immune to the threat of getting countered upon, like how Chelsea are doing. But Chelsea have had two or three chances here to counter. So I think Grealish is master at keeping the ball in those small spaces. So I just think Pep will have matches where he'll use Doku, and Pep will have matches where he'll use Grealish. Bayaji says Savinho electric with Samba flair, giving Cucurella tough times. Bayaji is taking on three people. Bayaji, Cucurella, I think Nkunku and someone else from the midfield. I think it was Casido. I think Casido, Renzo Fernandez. He took on three players at once. Savinho is having Cucurella in his pocket. But we are not playing much on that right hand side. All of our play is focused on our left hand side. So Savinho is not getting much into the game. Bernardo Silva's just had one or two very good chances. Just look at Savinho there. They're showing the highlights of Savinho, and Savinho is just. He's something else. He's something else. Man, Savinho is easily in the top five wingers in the league right now. And by the end of this season, if he stays injury free, I think Savinho will be in the top three wingers in the league. He's that good. He's that good. Ngushi Bose's trophy this season. Hopefully, go. Bayaji says Lewis needs more support and hit the gym this season. The mentality of Ricolos is right, Bayaji. The blocks is doing. The tackle he did on Nkunku, extremely good. I think the tackle was inside the box. Extremely good tackle. Rico Lewis defensively, I think, yes, he was caught high up the pitch, but whenever Chelsea countered or Chelsea went into the box, Rico Lewis was present in the right position. The defensive line from Rico Lewis is excellent. The maturity of, being there defensively, right place, right time, timing his runs into the box. You're just right, Bayaji. If Rico Lewis bulks up a little bit, I think he's just 18 or 19. He can grow, I think, in height as well. I think Rico Lewis just grows a little bit, bulks up the body and stuff. He could be one of the best. I mean, I can see a Philip Lam or a Joshua Kimmich in the making with Rico Lewis. A Philip Lam, especially, I think. Not exactly the same players, but the intelligence I'm talking about. At 18 years of age, 19 years of age, if Rico Lewis can know how to invert into the midfield, when to take on players, how to get back into the right position. I think he's one of the most intelligent players I've seen since Philip Lam and Joshua Kimmich. I mean, playing in that fullback role, to be honest. Rico Lewis has so much potential. Not talked about as much like an Oscar Bob or someone like that, but I think the potential from Lewis is huge. That's why I think Pep had sent Jan Kuto off. JSK says finally pure winger. I mean, I just think at some point of the season, JSK, we get to the times of Aguero, Sonny, and Sterling. I mean, whatever you say about Sterling, I think Sterling's final ball was superb. His final finish was not good, but his final ball was superb. His final pass, his final ball, final cross, they are just outstanding from Raheem Sterling. Someone says if Doku has to be replaced, then replace him with Foden and shift Bernardo on the wings. That's the problem, Sumant, actually. If you put Bernardo on the wings, Foden, I mean, the last time Pep played with two attacking midfielders in a DM was Fernandinho, De Bruyne and Silva. And that was made possible only because Fernandinho is DM like no one else. Fernandinho, and I think there are certain DMs like that. Fernandinho, Casemiro, N'Golo Kante, Makalili. Those kind of those kind of DMs that can hold the entire midfield. Nigel De Jong was one of the best in that sort of a role. They can hold the midfield on their own. Rodri, Busquets, These kind of midfielders, Xabi Alonso, their traits are different. So do not think with Rodri there, you can play both KDB and Foden. Because who will do the defensive work to support Rodri? That is the question. I think that is why Kovacic, Bernardo and De Bruyne works. Or Rodri, Kovacic, De Bruyne. Rodri, Bernardo, De Bruyne works. Because Bernardo does that mopping up work for Rodri. So I think you cannot play Foden in the midfield. It will be too attacking and it will get exposed up. So the only place for Foden in the system is either in place of De Bruyne or maybe on the wings. But we have seen Foden on the left does get isolated a lot. Because so if Foden plays on the left, you suddenly have to have a system where Phil Foden is always playing on the inside and Josko Guardiola is actually coming forward. Like we saw in the last 5-10 sort of games in the season, where Guardiola had that excellent goal scoring run. And if Guardiola is up, comes forward, I think Palmer will have a lot of room to run into. Then it will isolate both Akanji and Diaz. Diaz is not the fastest. So now here suddenly you have Guardiola and Luis both up, and it's almost like how we got caught for the Garnacho goal against United in the Community Shield. That's what will happen. I think so. It's for that tactical reason. I do not think in this game against the lower teams you could probably play Foden on the wings, but I think against Chelsea, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, these sort of teams, I do not think you can play a Spurs and all of those. Aston Villa, you cannot play Foden on the wings. That's the tactical dilemma for Pep. Where do you play Phil Foden? To be honest. For me, it's either in the place of Kevin De Bruyne or on the wing. He cannot play with Kevin De Bruyne. I think, though I might be wrong. Pep Guardiola has proven us wrong a lot of times. JSK says about Grealish, it's high time for him to learn Arabic as Saudi legalized alcohol for tourists. so no there. I think JSK one of the bold predictions this season, like Gautam made, and I also sort of am on that board that this could be the big season for Jack Grealish. With Matthews Nunes, we can see, although I rate him highly, but with Jack Grealish, I think this could be one of his big seasons. This could be one of his breakthrough seasons, to be honest. Especially with Savinho and Phil Foden's come on. Phil Foden's come on. In place of whom? This is interesting. Phil Foden's come on. Is it KDB? See, Paya just says dream bench today, but I'm wary of Pedro Neto's pace if he comes on. That is true. Pedro Neto, remember that game? Payaji against Wolves. Pedro Neto just destroyed us. I think if Pedro Neto comes on, Yasko Guardiola is there. He plays on the left, and I think we should bring on Kyle Walker probably if Pedro Neto comes on to deal with that pace, and Neto plays on the left wing. JSK says, by the way, is Reece James injured again? Why are they playing Gusto instead of him? Remember JSK last season, I think last game, Reece James got a straight red. So suspended until 14th of September. I have Reece James in my fantasy team. And Reece James is Chelsea's captain, so obviously won't be left out. In whose place is Phil Foden come on? If it's in the place of Bernardo Silva, it will be very interesting how he plays. How they play together, to be honest. Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well. Josko Guardiola gives it away. Josko Guardiola does well again. And it's Jeremy Doku with pace to burn. Yeah, it's a small hamstring injury, JSK, but they have told, but the Athletic reported it's just for precaution. But the real reason is he's suspended until September the 14th. But should we take a chance on Reece James? He's playing on the right wing, to be honest. He's remote Savio. Pep Guardiola's remote Savio. That's a great switch there from. Not a great switch. For a moment, I thought it was a wonderful. Kevin De Bruyne gets the ball back. Ah, I think you expect better from Kevin De Bruyne over there, to be honest. Chelsea pass it straight to Kevin De Bruyne. And I think you expect De Bruyne to find Erling Haaland because he's the best attacking midfielder the league has ever seen. That's a difficult pass to find Haaland, but then he's the best attacking midfielder the league has ever seen. So you expect him to do that. Kovacic, Bernardo. I think I would have taken Doku out probably and continued with Savinho, but it's his first game. So Phil Foden's playing. Again, Foden centrally was superb last season. This is a manager's dilemma. Edison surveying his options. City want Chelsea to press, and Chelsea are not engaging in the press. I think we need to score that second goal, to be honest. Chelsea have a lot of people to come on the bench as well. Kovacic does extremely well. It's not a foul, though I thought that was a foul. Again, some defending to do, and it's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne was looking for a quick throw, but it was not possible. Kevin De Bruyne. Josko Guardiola. Again, De Bruyne not completing his pass there. De Bruyne not in the best of form. Rico Lewis does extremely well. Phil Foden. I expect a bit more defensive work from Phil Foden, to be honest. That's a free kick for Chelsea, and Akanji had to win that ball or get the man. I'm not surprised. We need to score the second goal, guys. Chelsea are playing around back. Phil Foden on that wing is actually not affecting the game as much. Jeremy Doku is bloody losing the ball there. Useless. Useless Doku there. He could have easily played in Kevin De Bruyne. Mateo Kovacic. Phil Foden. Look at it. Phil Foden's not impacting the game at all. You might have as well brought someone like a Matthews Nunez to play on the right wing. Jeremy Doku does well. Kevin De Bruyne does extremely well. Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku. Ha! That was a good shot from Erling Haaland. Was leaning back a bit, so couldn't generate the power. But otherwise, that was a great shot from Erling Haaland, to be honest. Ah, Bernardo Silva, Edison. Manuel Akanji. Phil Foden, just look at it. Phil Foden is useless on the wing. Not his fault. It's almost like playing Ozil at right back or Lionel Messi as a goalkeeper. Foden has to come centrally to snatch the game by the scruff of the neck. Kovacic does well. Gautam just fell his back presence, but on the right wing is pretty much useless, right, Gautam? The right wing Phil Foden is actually useless. At least with Savinho there, you would have got something. I think Phil Foden has to play centrally more and more this season. Manuel Akanji with his annual brain fade movement almost. I'll still not forget what he did against Spurs. But probably that is an iconic moment in the history of Arsenal and Spurs. Son going through on goal with the title for Arsenal on the line and he misses. Then that is the day when not anyone but Hong-Min Son gave the trophy from Arsenal to City. Gautam, but I'm actually a little unhappy that his Pep is on the right wing, to be honest. Bernardo Silva does well. Mateo Kovacic. That's a foul there on Erling Haaland and City get the free kick. Has the referee even given a single yellow card in this match? I don't think. But we need a second goal so that we fans can sit back and enjoy it. Need the second goal cushion. Gautam says I think he'll invert in. That's the hope. That's a free kick for Chelsea, but that's the hope. That's the hope. Gautam, but the problem here is for him to invert in, it means that Josko Gvardiol has to come forward for the to provide him the width, and then Chelsea can easily have two runners back. That is the problem. Then Chelsea will have Nkunku running behind his back, so that is the absolute problem. Look at the pace of Jeremy Doku there. Look at if that had stayed in, it would almost be like Gareth Bale-esque kind of a thing when Gareth Bale pushes that ball out and goes in. Ah, Sanchez plays out from the back. Phil Foden on Kukureya. It's a throw in for City. I mean, Phil Foden, that is the only problem for Phil Foden inverting in, to be honest. He can't because when you have high and wide runners, I think, who are good on 1v1 situations, both Palmer and Nkunku are. I think it's a mistake from Enzo Maresca not to play Raheem Sterling, to be honest. Because in counter-attack situations, Sterling is very good. Whatever you say about his finishing, but his final ball is superb. Mateo Kovacic, Phil Foden. Look at it. Poor Phil is not doing anything. Not his mistake again. Not blaming Phil Foden for that. Shastat is not suitable for that wing position. Phil Foden does extremely well. Bernardo Silva coming out there to help Phil Foden. Manuel Akanji. City are just not able to get that final ball in. Enzo Fernandez just wants a yellow card for everything. The referee is just telling him to get up, and Pedro Neto is here. Pedro Neto is coming on. This will be very interesting. Pedro Neto is coming on, guys. This will be very, very interesting. Pedro Neto is coming on. Number 18 goes off. Exactly, Gautam. Pedro Neto is coming on. Christopher Nkunku is going off. I mean, I once want to see Sterling and Pedro Neto both playing for Chelsea. That pace and Victor Osimhen strike. Neto, Osimhen, Sterling with Nkunku behind them. That would be insane. It seems that Chelsea are in talks to sign Victor Osimhen. So Josko Guardiola. I thought that was a foul on Mateo Kovacic. Cole Palmer. I think Pep needs to bring on Kyle Walker as a response to that Pedro Neto thing. That is a great block. That is wonderful there from Rico Lewis. This is excellent defensive work there from Rico Lewis. Pedro Neto was almost coming on to that. Rico Lewis is just superb. I mean, just on the basis of this performance till now, I think Rico Lewis deserves to be starting or Kyle Walker. Whatever you might say. The physique is not there, but the heart and the mentality are there, and sometimes heart and mentality and personality, character count for far, far more things than all of your deficiencies. Kovacic just kicks it out. Jeremy Doku gets the ball. The run from Jeremy Doku is just super, but the pass is just behind Erling Haaland. Ah, the pace from Doku was superb, but the final ball again. See, that is where Raheem Sterling is. I'm not comparing, but I'm just saying that is where Raheem Sterling is actually better. Kukureya with the pass out wide. City are defending astutely over there, and it's a throw in. This is scary, scary moments for City, to be honest. Absolutely scary moments. Nicholas Jackson is down. Gusto does well. Nicholas Jackson trying to finish it. Ruben Diaz with the clearance. That's a good save from Anderson, point blank. So it is actually Josko Guardiola with the clearance, and it's a throw in for Chelsea. Is it a corner? I thought it was a throw in. It's a throw in, to be honest. Casido does well. Edison pounces on that. I think Savinho is a bigger talent than Pedro Neto. Bigger talent, it's not just potential, is already showing. Right now, I think Savinho has more potential than Pedro Neto. More talent, more potential, more skill. Right now, he's playing the game in that way as well than Pedro Neto. Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, Mateo Kovacic. We need to score that second, have that buffer thing. Phil Foden does extremely well. Bernardo Silva loses the ball, is not having his best game. Kovacic does extremely well. Kovacic has just been brilliant this game in that CDM role. I think if you can hold against Chelsea, I think you can hold against pretty much any. I mean, not anybody, but most teams. I think because of the front three and the midfield, Chelsea have played in this game. I think Kovacic can play as a lone CDM. Is shown in this game. Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku. Again, the crossing from Jeremy Doku is just crap. Bernardo Silva, Jeremy Doku gets into such good positions and then he does that. Jeremy Doku. What is it? What is just happening? Gautam, what is just happening? What is just happening? City have the ball in the back of the net. Rico Lewis has scored. And what is it? I think maybe the referee has given a foul on Levy Colwell. Ah, and Erling Haaland gets a yellow as well. Was it a foul? I don't know. I'll have to see it back. Yes, Gautam, I've seen a yellow for Haaland, but that second goal would just have been so big for us. And what a goal that it would have been for Rico Lewis as well. Romeo Lavia out, Nicholas Jackson out, Mark Gui in and Dewsbury Howler in. Interesting to see how Enzo Maresca manages such a big squad as well. Chelsea wait from the back again. Yes, looking back at the replays, it's a foul to be honest on Levy Colwell by Erling Haaland. But we have to score the second goal. Akanji looks like a world class centre back, but he has that one moment where he has a brain fade and he looks like the worst centre back on the planet. If Akanji just maintains his concentration and calm, I think you could easily put Akanji in the top 5 centre backs in the world, not just in the league. He has everything pace. His I think he's quick after Doku, Savinho, and Walker. I think is the quickest at City. Is that quick? Anya Akanji. He has intelligence, is everything for a centre back. Manuela Kenji. Jeremy Doku does extremely well there over Malo Gusto and has retained the ball. That's the good thing. City can build up from the back. Just scored the second goal. Bring on Kyle Walker, shut everything down. Bring on Kyle Walker and Pedro Neto, shut everything down. Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. Josko Guardiol. Back to Edison. City just want to invite Chelsea that little bit more. No mistakes here in playing out from the back. Doku does extremely well. That's a free kick for City. Kevin De Bruyne's down. Maybe think you have to bring Nunez on the right, put Foden in the center. I think of maybe substituting Kevin De Bruyne now 70 minutes opening game. Maybe I think that could be something because Foden on the right wing has been ineffective to be honest. Since his command, not his mistake. Again, I'm emphasizing it's on Pep. We have become so much predictable. We're all playing through the left. We're playing always through the left. Look at that. Everything is through the left. That's allowed Chelsea to press more. Pedro Neto on the ball. Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. Lovely ball out wide to Malo Gusto, who's allowing Palmer to get inside. City have to snatch the ball here. They're in a good defensive shape, but it might just not be enough. Jeremy Doku does extremely well. Ah! Jeremy Doku, why does he want to do that? The edge of the box. If this something happens from this, we're very angry on Jeremy Doku. To be honest, the attack is not. The attack is over now. I think Josko Guardiol putting it down, but Doku got the ball. What the hell was he trying to do there on the edge of the box? Jeremy Doku today, you've seen the flashes of him, flashes of brilliance, but also you've seen some irresponsible play for him from him. Erling Haaland free and he doesn't play him. Look at what is done now. Almost cost City something. It's a City free kick. Lewis has managed Petro Neto very well, but his Neto has not gone one-on-one against Lewis till now, so I can't judge. But the defensive positioning of Lewis is very good. to be honest. Look at Erling Haaland there. That is wonderful there from Josko Guardiola. Kevin De Bruyne. Ah, generally, Kevin De Bruyne hits the target with those kind of shots. They are the specials of King Kevin. Didn't bend enough, but generally De Bruyne is on the mark from that angle, from that range. Ricolo is there, does well, does extremely well. That's a corner for City. This is wonderful play. Excellent from Rico Lewis Foden. Maybe I think Lewis should have gone for the goal over there. Look at it. Lewis playing it back. There was no chance for him to go for goal. He did the right thing by trying to find Erling Haaland. But City are knocking on the door, I know, but we need to find that second goal to be honest. That is a poor corner. Not been good taking corners to be honest. Erling Haaland and Enzo Fernandez are still continuing that fight. Referees having a word with them, but we need to somehow find the second guys. I know I've been telling this for long, but yeah, we have not played enough good final balls, a build up, our approach play, runners into the box, everything has been superb. Defending, just the final ball. And the striking has been good, okay. Didn't find the net, but we've more often than not tested the keeper, the shots are good. Final pass is something that is lacking. That's the only thing, the final pass. Kevin De Bruyne not in his usual level. Phil Foden taken out of the game by Pep Guardiola, not by the opponent, by playing him on the right. Jeremy Doku, Rico Lewis, Mateo Kovacic has to go back. Foden as well. Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Edison. Edison becomes third centre back here so that they can't press. Akanji back to Edison, who's temporarily a third centre back. Erling Haaland as well. Rico Lewis. That is fantastic skill there from Rico Lewis. Doku is free. I think he can play Doku. Yes. I think he should have played in Kevin De Bruyne out wide, to be honest. The idea again. The final pass from Jeremy Doku. I think you maybe want someone like a Savinho in those situations more than Doku. Just for the understanding of that final pass. Malo Gusto is out wide. That is a corner. That is wonderful there. Do they want a handball for that? But his hand is in natural position there. He's not extending the arm or something. Yes, he's not extending the arm or something. How is that a handball, guys? The handball rules, by the way, have changed this season. Cole Palmer to take it. Need to defend this well. Well defended. Very well defended. That is again very well defended there. Just need to clear the ball. Casido plays a pass. I don't know for whom. Maybe for Edison to collect. I don't know. We need to get that second, guys. We need to get that second. That's a throw in for City. 10 more minutes remaining. I think we need to. Cucurella's groin has something in it, but I think we need to show a little bit more attacking verve there. The final balls have not been there. Jeremy Doku with a great chance. Play Haaland in. Doesn't do anything. I think there was a chance for him to play KDB in as well. Just doesn't do it. Cucurella goes off. I think Cucurella goes off. And who's coming in? Viega is coming in. I don't know. Have not been heard of him. And the club has told Chilwell can leave. So maybe Chelsea have told Chilwell can leave. Maybe I think there's something in Viega there which in Maresca would have seen. Manuel Akanji, Ruben Diaz, Diaz has been absolutely solid. Kovacic today has shown me a defensive side that maybe I thought Doku has to play in Kevin De Bruyne. They see Kevin, I think. Doku, there was a chance for Doku to play in Kevin. Phil Foden, absolutely no space given for him to unleash his long range banger. It's a throw in for City. Ruben Diaz, Josko Guardiol. Ah! Jeremy Doku does. Manuel Akanji does extremely well, to be honest. And City are on the counter with Rico Lewis. Phil Foden. Ah! Haaland and Foden are not on the same page, and now Chelsea are on the counter here, but the ball's gone out. Pedro Neto was away there. Pedro Neto was absolutely away there. We are lucky that nothing happened. Pedro Neto was absolutely away there from Dewsbury Hall. Back to Edison. Jeremy Doku is away there. Bernardo Silva, Matteo Kovacic. The movement of Kovacic is just such that you just cannot press him, get the ball off him. Phil Foden seems to have just got a little bit more verve in him now. Matteo Kovacic City keeping the ball well, but we need to get the second, guys. Remember to get that second goal. Ah! Jeremy Doku with a good cross, to be honest. It's just a little bit near the goalkeeper, that is the thing. Otherwise, it was a very good cross. Matteo Kovacic going on one of his runs. And Kovacic scores! Ah! Matteo Kovacic! What a goal! Ah! Matteo! Wow! Just look at that! Whoever plays a CDM for City has that superpower! Gautam, whoever plays a CDM for City has the superpower of scoring long range goals. Be it Fernandinho, Morzo Rodri, and now Kovacic. Just look at his run and look at his finish. Wow! Matteo Kovacic, what a goal and what a finish! Wow! That is superb there from Matteo Kovacic. Just picked it up. I think clearance from a Chelsea player and he's curled it around the goalkeeper. It's a clearance from a Chelsea player, I think. Chelsea are thinking, what will Kovacic do? He never used to score goals for us. He used the defender as the shield and curled it outside of him. The goalkeeper cannot do better because the defender is covering him. Till the last moment, Sanchez cannot see it. Using that defender as the shield is what has done it for Mateo Kovacic. Wow! What a goal from Mateo Kovacic. Chelsea's ex-players always remember that some business is still remaining there, be it Kevin De Bruyne or be it Mateo Kovacic. It's City's throw now. This is excellent from Mateo Kovacic. Wow, what a goal. Come on, Kova. I mean, even in preseason as well, the way Kovacic just carried that ball is just amazing. And Todd Bowl is walking away. Todd Bowl is leaving. Todd Bowl is going into his office room to play more of football manager. Who do we have to buy next? Exactly, Gautam. Todd Bowley leaving. That is the most satisfying clip I've seen today. I think, Gautam, where is he leaving? I think Todd Bowley is leaving to play football manager. Gautam, there's another 20 players on board. I think he'll play FIFA football manager and he'll see which player comes up in the lottery. And then he'll do it. But the game's not over yet. Let us not concede the goal till 90th minute. That is our first target. I hope I haven't jinxed it, but yeah, that is our first target. That is our first target. 4 more minutes. Almost 4 more minutes. And Yeah. Let us not concede a goal for the next 4 minutes, guys. That is a target. Now, I think now Pep should remove Rico Lewis, bring on Kyle Walker just to shut everything down. To be honest, Chelsea are building something up. Be extremely tight at the back, guys. Extremely careful. Phil, help with Pedro Neto. And Jeremy Doku there has space to burn. Kevin is back. Kevin is back. Kevin is back. Yes. In this situation, Jeremy Doku is so useful. Just run and then slow it down, give it to Kevin. Gautam says it's time for Grealish. Sadly, he's not there, Gautam, but yeah, it's Grealish. Is he on the bench, Gautam? I haven't checked the bench to be honest. If he's on the bench, yeah, then it's time. But yeah, miss those Grealish, Haaland days, absolutely piss off Liverpool, Newcastle last season, Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji just hit it long. Back to Edison. Edison just hits it to Kevin De Bruyne, and this is very good. Jeremy Doku there. That's a foul on Jeremy Doku. Excellent work from Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku is just teasing people there. I mean, I just wish Gautam if Savinho was there as well. Grealish, Haaland, and Savinho. Savinho has great skills. He would just take the piss out of players and do some samba dance. But what a game from Kovacic, right? Gautam, what a game from Kovacic. Very good CDM display, right? Sticking the ball under pressure. This is excellent from Mateo Kovacic. What a steal. We got him for what, 20-25 million? Jeremy Doku, this is wonderful. Ha! Should have gone all the way and tried to score. That's a foul there. But Bernardo's done well. Just 20 more seconds to go. But look at Jeremy Doku's dribbling ability there. Three players and has gone through all of them. I think he should have just struck it. Gautam says excellent game from Kova. Peak Gundo glimpses. Exactly. The only thing is he doesn't make runs like Gundogan inside the box, but his ball carrying ability is just one of the best in the world, to be honest. The way he manipulates the ball. It's a throw in for City. Plus 5 minutes, guys. 5 more minutes to preserve a clean sheet. I have a friend who's having a Kenji and Edison. Both of them in his fantasy team. That would just be something else. The points for him. I have a friend who's having Rico Lewis in his team. Kudos to his confidence. But Kovacic has shown, wow, it's a different kind of a game when compared to Gundogan. But I think Gundogan's strength is making runs into the box. I think Kovacic's strength is that ball carrying ability. Just think so. It's just a different game altogether from Gundogan. To be honest, cannot compare. But yeah, in terms of impact, it's big Gundogan impact. But the game's not over yet. 4 more minutes to go. Let's play like we are only 1-0 up and not 2-0 up and preserve the clean sheet, guys. Come on. That's a free kick. That's a free kick for Chelsea. That's a free kick for Chelsea. This is excellent defending again. Josko Guardiola. Each and every one of those defenders have been warriors today. Block after block. Cole Palmer. And weak shot from Cole Palmer there. This is excellent. 3 more minutes. Pep Guardiola is looking as if you see him, you think he's on the losing side. That's the mark of a champion. Pep Guardiola is already thinking the next. He's just telling, come back, come back. This is what Pep Guardiola is all about. Look at Pep Guardiola standing up and shouting there. You would think he's extremely upset and he's on the losing side, but Pep Guardiola is superb for his temperament and his character and his hunger, to be honest, more than anything else. Jeremy Doku there again. Again, that's a foul on Jeremy Doku. Right decision by Pep to leave Jeremy Doku on, cursing it, but this is why Pep is just so magical. Right decision by him to leave Jeremy Doku on. Jeremy Doku's final passes might not be good, but what is good is his direct running. He's faster than Savio. He just spins the opposition fullback down. Jeremy Doku again, look at it, look at it. He is doing both the work of Haaland and Grealish. He is 2 in 1, Gautam. He's 2 in 1. Jeremy Doku is 2 in 1. He's doing the work of both Haaland and Grealish alone. That is again, City are now just taking the piss of Chelsea. This is that too at Chelsea's home, that too at Stamford Bridge. This is just absolutely insulting for Chelsea. 2 goals down and they just can't get the ball off the corner. I think that's offside and Chelsea get the ball back. It's 1 more minute, I think, remaining. I do not think Chelsea will have enough time to score 2 more goals. Gautam says Doku has learned it, learning the traditions of the club. Yeah. I want us to keep a clean sheet. Edison does extremely well there. Pedro Neto, 0 impact. I was worried Pedro Neto against Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis has done exceptionally well. Okay, he didn't get into 1v1 situations against Pedro Neto, but then that is because his positioning has been very, very good. Positioning of Rico Lewis. Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, and the referee has blown the whistle. First day, Stamford Bridge. They said City will not have the hunger. They said 4 in a row. What their appetite will die. Gary Neville said no chance. Chance nulls here. Michael Owen said City will struggle to make top 4. And what does the king do? What does the champion do? The champion doesn't hear all that. The champion goes on and does what he does best. This is Manchester City. The hunger, the guile, they never die. The desire, the character, the personality are always alive, and that is what City have shown today. You would see that it's not Chelsea, but it's City who have had a new manager. When they say the new manager bounced, because that is how fresh we looked. And we had the highest number of players who have gone to Euros and who have come back. But we have looked absolutely fresh and we have demolished Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. First game away from home and we have done excellent work. Gautam is proud of Rico. Rico would be standing there and telling, this is for Oscar Bob. This is for Oscar Bob. Rico Lewis today played like he even had the responsibility of Oscar Bob today. Rico Lewis was absolutely superb today. Didn't put a foot wrong. Right from the tackle on Nkunku early on to defending against Pedro Neto, to getting back that last ditch tackle against Pedro Neto as well inside the box, I think in the 80th minute or so. Rico Lewis has just been superb right from start to finish. This is why Jan Kuto has gone, and I honestly think, just based on this performance, Rico Lewis for me starts over Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker has to earn his place back. How do you, after this performance, tell me guys, how do you start Kyle Walker over Rico Lewis? when he's faced up to Nkunku and is faced up to Pedro Neto and he's kept both of them quiet. Nkunku and Pedro Neto are two top international players having Champions League experience, especially Nkunku and stuff. Pedro Neto is one of the most dangerous wingers in the Premier League, top three, top four. Rico Lu is excellent. Mateo Kovacic. What do you say about this guy? I've been puzzled. Why has Pep not signed a CDM? Why has Pep not signed a CDM? We have to go for Joao Gomez. Let us bet for Zubimendi. Why are we not going for him? Maybe John Stones will be the CDM and all of those things. But now I know. Now I know. When you have Mateo Kovacic, based on this display alone, I think Mateo Kovacic probably based on this display, you'd put him in the top 5 DMs in the world. That's how good this display from Mateo Kovacic was. I mean, the way he takes the ball and runs and carries it, and he's not carried the ball from midfield, which is having two attacking midfielders in a DM. Okay, then sometimes that's easy because the attacking midfielders don't do enough defensive work. But Kovacic has carried the ball against a midfield of Casido, Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez. Three people who are excellent defensively. They're potential CDMs and they still run that midfield. They still carry the ball through that midfield. High press. 4 Chelsea, 5 Chelsea people are pressing and still is carried the ball through that midfield. Mateo Kovacic, this is, there's a video on YouTube. Just look at it after the show ends. A master class in a master class in carrying the ball. If you type that in the search box, the first video you get is Mateo Kovacic, a master class in carrying the ball. I think I sometimes see Mateo Kovacic and think, even if God wants, he cannot press and take the ball from Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic is called as the God. He's called as the God of carrying the ball through the midfield. And we have got him for 25-30 million. We have got him for 30 million pounds from Chelsea, I think. 28-29. And look at how much DMs are. And tell me another player who's like Mateo Kovacic in the league. Tell me another player who's like him in the league. You won't find many. You won't find many. Declan Rice is also not like this. Declan Rice cannot carry the ball like that. Maybe Kobe Mainoo comes a little bit close, but not as much as Kovacic. So Kovacic is just that one in kind of a player. Bayaji says Kovacic, the silent assassin, did the job without any fuss. It is a masterclass in ball carrying, Bayaji. What a display from Mateo Kovacic. This is, I think Pep Guardiola from now will be showing, will be showing in the future videos of how to carry the ball through the midfield. He'll be showing clips of Mateo Kovacic, I think. He'll be showing clips of Mateo Kovacic to any new midfield signing. This is how you carry the ball and do the work. And defensively, Mateo Kovacic coming back, putting in the blocks. It's just superb from Mateo Kovacic. I think this is why. And also, we have won a game for a long time without Rodri. And that too, it's not a game against Ipswich Town or Southampton, all respect to those clubs, but not against them. Against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Who had Palmer and Nkunku, Enzo Fernandez, top Casido, top players. This is wonderful from Kovacic. I think when Rodri comes back, will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see the setup of that midfield. I mean, whom do you drop? Rodri plays, Kovacic plays. Will it be KDB or will it be Foden? Because Foden out wide is just not working, is not good. It's a great dilemma to have, to be honest. And where does Bernardo play then? Where does Savinho play? Where does Grealish play? Where does Foden play? Where does De Bruyne play? A lot of questions. JSK says, wait, it was Stamford Bridge. Hearing at the shouts of fan, I thought it was Etihad. It's Stamford Bridge, JSK. It's Stamford Bridge. And you know what was the most satisfying thing today? The most satisfying thing today was seeing Todd Bowley walk away. Kovacic scored the second goal and Todd Bowley walked away in disgust into the room, probably playing Football Manager. That was the best thing today. That was the absolute best moment I've seen today. It's at Stamford Bridge, first away win. That too without Rodri, like Gotham says. So we finally won without Rodri. Gotham says Rico over Walker. That's the interesting part, Gotham, because it's not that Rico Lewis has faced some ordinary wingers. He's placed and he's faced Nkunku and he's faced Pedro Neto. Both are very good. Nkunku is absolutely lethal in terms of 1v1s, and Rico Lewis today tackled him inside the box, blocked him off. This is a master class in defending from Rico Lewis. Again, I think Pep Guardiola, when he came, Pep Guardiola said, I do not teach my defenders to tackle. I mean, I think we should all remember that Pep Guardiola had someone known as Eric Abidal at Barcelona as playing as a left back, if I'm not wrong. This was before Jordi Alba, I think. And I think 08 final, Eric Abidal played, I think 08 Champions League final, if I'm not wrong. And Eric Abidal was not the tallest. He was short like Rico. Okay, he was a bit more bulked up, but he was short in stature like Rico Lewis and all of those things. So maybe I think Rico Lewis is the long-term replacement of Kyle Walker. JSK says when Kovacic scored, I was hoping he would do a Harvard's move. Kovacic is a man of character, is a man of personality, not like that stupid Harvards. Harvards is just, I mean, the less we talk about him, better. It's good that Havertz has gone to a team which has the most diluted fan base. It has a fan base, Arsenal, whose fans were telling, why are City celebrating after the Community Shield? As if they won a big tournament. But then what did Arsenal do back then? And they are not responding to that diluted fan base, Arsenal. Kovacic is such a crap. He's a right wire, he's an idiot. He's a right prat, if I would say that. Bayaji says excellent work by Doku, but looks like he's hit a snag in terms of final ball. Exactly, Bayaji, exactly. The work rate, the direct running, everything from Doku is absolutely fantastic. With Jeremy Doku, it almost reminds me of a Vinicius Junior when he joined Real Madrid. The first 1-2 years he was crap with his finishing and final ball, but look what he's become now. It almost reminds you of a Raheem Sterling at Liverpool, when he burst onto the scene. His final ball was not that good, but I think as you mature, that final ball just improves. I think you exactly know what to do, where to put that final ball. I think Jeremy Doku has to improve his final ball. I think his finishing is all right. I think with Doku it's almost the opposite of Raheem Sterling. With Doku, when Doku goes one-on-one, you're fairly confident he'll finish it. Doku's finishing is good, but Raheem Sterling's final ball is good. I think it's just that we have got Raheem Sterling to the power of -1, inverted Raheem Sterling here with Jeremy Doku. But again, his defensive work, everything, the way he's holding the ball up, the way he drew fouls, everything's good. But Bayaji, what do you think? Would you start Doku or would you start Savinho? You only have one spot, and that is competition between Doku and Savinho. Whom would you start? That is the question. Arush says, hey bro, what a lit performance today. This is wonderful, Arush. For first game away from home, Stamford Bridge without the best CDM in the world and without probably Foden for half time, who has been the best player in the Premier League last season. And still, this is what we do. Mateo Kovacic masterclass. I just request all of you to go and see a masterclass in the art of ball carrying, and you'll see Mateo Kovacic over there. Arush says Rico, Doku, Savio, Kovacic. And suddenly the team is transitioning, Arush. The team is transitioning without us realizing it. Savin, like you said, Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, though is injured, Oscar Bob, Savinho, Doku. And Phil Foden will slowly take off that central role. Oscar Guardiola coming in that left back position. It's slowly transitioning. And we're not even realizing it. Pep is Haaland. Pep is actually managing this transition absolutely superbly there. Just imagine what Kovacic will do when he plays in that box-to-box role, carrying the ball forward with the assurance of Rodri behind him. Pep can just teach Mateo Kovacic, I think, a bit more of making those runs into the box. I just hope that if Rico Lewis got the goal today, it would have been even more better. Was not to be Kevin De Bruyne, the foul of Haaland and Colville, but again, excellent performance from Rico Lewis. Gautam says this season will be remembered as a season of academic graduates providing us the glory. Hope so, Gautam. But sadly, Oscar Bob's not there. But hope he'll come back. And I also think James McAtee and Mark O'Reilly also have they also have decent enough roles to play in this season. Maybe not in the Premier League, but maybe Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and things like that. Because McAtee looks ready. O'Reilly maybe is there, but McAtee looks ready for me. But again, what a wonderful performance! What a great performance again. Haven't got anyone in this window, and still we are playing like this. And the fantastic thing about Kovacic's strike was he used the defender as a shield and he curled it around him, which is just superb there. I think Kovacic in all of his time with Chelsea over 3 years has scored what, one goal a season. No, he has scored two goals, I think, two or three goals, and he's already scored two or three goals in his City career, I think, already. And this is just the second season with us. Nick is here. Nick says played differently than last season, but I like it. It's more direct, Nick. That's what we are in love with it. Just like it. I mean, when I like it, it's more of Rico Lewis coming inside tactically, which means that you are assured of no counter attack through the middle because Kovacic and Rico are protecting you. And then you have Doku and Savinho scratching the opposition fullbacks out wide. So suddenly the opposition can't counter quickly. And also, what was the difference between Chelsea's previous games and this game? I mean, games of last season and this game. Last season, Chelsea had Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher, whatever you might say about him, his pressing and work rate is insane. It's as insane as Bernardo Silva. He's just a little level below Bernardo Silva, but Conor Gallagher is insane. Last season, Conor Gallagher, we just could not, deal with the high press of Conor Gallagher. He just surrounded Rodri and he just pressed him like hell. This season, no Conor Gallagher and Casido and Romeo Lavia are actually not. They're exactly not heavy pressers. So I think Kovacic just we had more time in the midfield to carry the ball, and Rico Lewis inverting in, making runs into the box through the midfield, and then stepping back at the right time to put his tackles on Nkunku and Pedro Neto. But I think Conor Gallagher was the difference between last season and this last season's Chelsea and this season's Chelsea. Conor Gallagher pressed high, allowed you to pinch the ball high and release Jackson. And Sterling was also the difference. You bring in Pedro Neto, you bring in Nkunku, whatever you might say about Raheem Sterling, his direct pace just bothered us last season. So so I just think Enzo Marseca has to rethink the squad. But anyway, today it's about City. Why am I speaking uh, even about Chelsea? But like Nick actually mentioned, the style of play today was just a little bit more different. Kovacic and Bernardo, both ball carriers. I think they took even turns. They even took turns to get the ball off the Chelsea players. Both are highly unpressable. And Kevin De Bruyne just had the freedom of going forward. Kevin De Bruyne today was not at his best. Otherwise, City would have won this 4-0 or something like that. That's how good we were today. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot again for joining me. It's been a pleasure having all of you guys on. Thank you, Gautam, Bayaji, JSK, Nick for being here, Arush and Kandinya and Suman. Thanks a lot, everyone, for being here. And what a great way to start off our title defense. Tough game at Stamford Bridge. And we have shown that the hunger and the desire have not died off. See you all, guys, and take care.